Welcome back to my sports world. This is we take the pulse on tomorrow's game, Leicester City against Manchester United. In injuries, I tried to look up the injury report or the update and the kind of like the final list before the game day. It looks like right now the ones that are not playing or are not in the team right now looks to be Ahmad because he just starting full practice today. As Ahmad is definitely not available for this game. Varane is not available for this game. Harry Maguire needs a week or more, so maybe 2 weeks. Um, Jones, we don't know. Maybe not. So there's a few injuries, and there's like two major ones, of course, in Harry Maguire and Varane. But I think that for the Leicester game, I think that if we can wait to put Maguire on, he maybe is good to go. But if we can wait him for another week, so we can use him against Atalanta and Liverpool, I think that's a better option than just squeezing him into the game now against Leicester, because I think that Lindelof and Bailly can do the job against Leicester. I think they can, even though Leicester has Vardy. I'm not sure if Barnes is playing for Leicester this game, or is he still hurt. But yeah, we know they have Vardy, but it is what it is. Um, I still stand by my prediction from yesterday. Manchester City, Leicester City, Manchester United, 1-3. I think we're gonna win this game. It's gonna be a hard, tough knuckle game again. Leicester is never an easy opponent to play against. I mentioned Vardy. He is always a goal getter in front there. And they have a good keeper in Schmeichel, so who can keep on a good day can keep a clean sheet. And he is good. So they have a good one in the back and a good one on top. And let me tell you, they have some good midfielders too, Tielemans and stuff like that. So Madison, I'm not sure if Madison's playing. Maybe, I'm not sure. I haven't looked up Leicester too much lately, because they kind of like are in a no man's land right now. They're normally higher up. The last like 5, 6, 7 years, they're normally trending like between 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now they're what, like 8, 9, 10, something like that. But of course, it's early in the season, so that can change, and that will change probably. Um, I think we will see Rashford tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I think we will in in one way or another. Um, will he start the game? I don't think so. I think he is more like a 60, 65, 70 minutes man. That's when he probably going to come on the last 20, 30 minutes. I think we will see probably Greenwood and Ronaldo on top, with Sancho on the wing on one side. Maybe we will see at some point. Maybe we will see Rashford, Cavani, and Ronaldo on top. I hope so. That will be a killer combination on top. It will be explosive. And I kind of think like that, that this international break that we had now, I think this one maybe played a positive role for many teams, and especially for us. We were in a very hectic moment there. Many games, injuries. There was a lot of things going on. Now we have had a couple of weeks to calm down and focus on training, focus on game planning and stuff like that. So I think this break that we have had will come in handy. I think Leicester is a good opponent to meet right after an international break like this. Um, and I think having Leicester this week is a good build-up for meeting Atalanta in the midweek on Wednesday. I think that game is also at home at Old Trafford, so I don't think we have to travel this week. And then, of course, we have Liverpool on the weekend after, next weekend. So, of course, all these three games are major, major important. We have to have at least we have to win against Atalanta to get 3 points in the Champions League. That is a must. We have to do that. And then, of course, we have Leicester and Liverpool now. If we can get 6 points out of that, then we are in a very, very good position for when we are meeting. I think the next Premier League game is Tottenham, and then Manchester City after that. So if we can get 6 points now and then go against Tottenham and get another 3 point, get 9 points out of the next three Premier League games, that would be, I think, above what we have. People are expecting, because they're maybe expecting a win now and they'll draw against Liverpool and a win against Tottenham. So they're like, kind of like looking at 7 points. If we can go and collect 9 points before we meet City, then I think we are in a good position. Because I have seen one thing this year, and that's City is probably not as strong this year. Well, that's wrong to say, because they kind of started off a little bit slow last year too, and then they came back at the end of the season. So City is one of those teams that seems to get stronger as the season goes on, but they're struggling right now. They're not on a like this hyper flow thing. The one team that is flowing really good now is Liverpool and Chelsea. Those are probably the ones with the best flow right now. But football goes up and down, and they will hit the rough patches as well. We have had a little bit of a rough patch. City have had their rough patch. Leicester have had their rough patch. So it comes and goes. Football comes and goes. You have 3 or 4 good moments, games when you do good, and then you maybe have 1 or 2 games where you're not doing so well. It's normal. Chelsea and Liverpool are going to hit those spells as well. So if we can take 9 points now from Leicester, Liverpool, and Tottenham before we go and meet Manchester City, then I think we are in a very, very good position. This game is also important because if we can get Rashford back, and this will kind of like give him some kind of a game time experience and get the speed and the flow of the game in his body again, because it's going to take like 2 or 3 or 4 games before Rashford is in optimum game mode. So if we can give him 20, 25, 30 minutes this game, that would be great. If we can give him 20, 25, 30 minutes against Atalanta, great. And maybe give him a full half against Liverpool. Let's say we put him on at 45 minutes after half time. And then when we meet Tottenham, we can give him another 45. And then when we meet City, we give him a full game from start. I think that's a good plan to go on. And I hope that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing. Oh, my throat is so dry. So I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. It starts 9 o'clock my time. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. I hope we can go out and make a statement and show the world that. And I saw some positive things from this international break. Bruno and Ronaldo was on fire in the last game, and I hope they can carry that over to this game. That would be awesome. And if we can get Cavani to ignite on all his plugs, then we're good to go. There's one player that I have kind of like, he hasn't performed his best lately, and that's Greenwood. I want Greenwood to have a good game for his own sake. I want him to maybe score a goal and have some good positive influences from this game, because Greenwood has kind of been lagging a little bit in the last 2 or 3 games. So for Greenwood to have a good game would be awesome. And of course, I saw something about Matic maybe getting the nod for the midfield role over McTominay and Fred, or maybe it's going to be, well, it depends on how they play, because you can't really cut out Pogba and Bruno. So so if they go with Pogba, Bruno, and Matic, then I don't see McTominay or Fred playing this game. So that's maybe a good thing. The only thing is, I haven't really checked and looked at this. How fast are the Leicester team playing in the midfield? Are they a free-flowing, fast-playing team, or do they take their due time? I think they're a little bit of both. They can do fast speed, fast tempo, up tempo in the midfield, but I also think they take their sweet time, because it looks like everything or most things has to go via either Tielemans or Maddison. And if Maddison is not playing, how is that going to affect them? Because Maddison, I think, has been a little bit in and out, I think. So we have to just wait and see. But you know what they say. You win games by outscoring your opponents. So if our front forwards can have a great day and score more goals than them, we're good to go. So my bet is still, my prediction is still Leicester 1, Manchester United 3.